Hi guys, how's it going? I hope you had an amazing weekend. I'd just like to quickly show you my forecast for DXY and EURUSD for the week ahead. So let's jump into this. So as I was talking about in my previous videos, DXY is in a massive bullish run. It came back down to this bullish fair value gap. It never managed to close below the 50% of this. It's nicely respecting this level and it started pushing up in the previous month. And then what you can see up here is price doesn't want to respect the 50% of this bearish order block, which is always a clear indication for price that it wants to raid the high. So this is definitely my target for this month. Let's check the weekly. The weekly is also in a massive bullish run. This was a pre-election bullish run. However, this week actually confirmed that we will be continuing this push up all the way to these highs. And the indication was that this candle raided the previous high and the previous low of the previous weekly candle, and also it tapped into this weekly fair value gap. This is actually a fair value gap, not an inverse fair value gap on the weekly. So this confirmed the weekly order flow, and voila, the previous week just made another push higher. What I'd like to highlight to you guys is price often stops at highs, and instead of just going through the high, sometimes it stops and makes a little bit bigger pullback before it raises the high, because it wants to create some more liquidity. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't, so keep an eye on this. We might just see a quick push up on Monday or Tuesday, or a little bit deeper pullback and then a continuation up. So if we look at the daily is following the bullish order flow as well. Friday tapped into a daily bullish fair value gap, and then we can expect price to push all the way higher. However, if we jump down to the 4-hour, go back to the daily first, that is a daily bullish volume imbalance. So this might gonna get tagged, or as I said, on the weekly chart, we've got weekly fair value gaps in here, inverse fair value gaps. So the price might come all the way down, but let's just check the 4-hour. So on the 4-hour, this is, you can already see it on the 4-hour. This is a strong high. So this can be still protected for the week ahead, and we've got weak highs there. So liquidity here, liquidity taken here, a strong low will be protected probably, and the weak high will be taken out probably. So again, simple stuff. Monday will open here. I won't be trading on Monday morning, so London session definitely not, maybe New York session. But I would like to see a Monday, Tuesday low of the week on DXY tapping into, maybe it's going to visit this bullish fair value gap on the daily, or the volume imbalance. But if we check the 1-hour, there is actually a 4-hour inverse fair value gap as well below the volume imbalance, and on the 1-hour we've got a massive another 1-hour bullish fair value gap. So one of these levels, guys, can react as a potential. This is what you need to be looking for. A simple bullish market structure shift is enough, because we have a strong low here, guys. So this is enough. We might also get another strong low, which would be even better, or it might just start isolating liquidity to the downside. If these are happening, guys, you can get involved for sure for shorts all the way to these levels, the daily bullish fair value gap or the weekly levels. But first, you definitely want to see some kind of isolation of liquidity. Here, strong high, confirmed, trade there. Strong high, confirmed, trade there, and so on. Okay. This is DXY. Let's now look at EURUSD. So this is Euro USD monthly chart. As I mentioned in my previous weekly video, there is a monthly bearish fair value gap which got tagged into 1, 2, 3, 4 times, and then price started pushing lower. So because this order block is keep failing, I can delete this. This low has already been rated, as I mentioned in my previous video, that this will be rated and then that will be rated. You can go back and watch these videos. I mentioned that this low and that low will be rated, and I believe now this low is coming up as well as a potential raid. So this is the monthly. We've got a monthly bearish BPR, so price could actually stop again below, above this low, and then start going up, confirm the monthly order flow, and then start pushing lower. But let's check the weekly first. So on the weekly, we have 2 inverse fair value gaps. This is the previous weekly candle. These are too high, so these will probably not get tagged into. I'm gonna leave them on the chart, or you can delete them. What you need to leave on the monthly is this level, and the weekly is these 2 levels. Let's jump down on the daily. So as I mentioned in my breakdown video, which I just posted about Friday's trade, price came back, tapped into this daily bearish fair value and started pushing lower. So this was the day when I took this trade, a short trade on Euro USD. So again, we have a higher daily bearish fair value gap and the weekly levels. So because we are very close to this low, price again can give us 1, 2, or even 3 days when it just starts pushing higher and give us a market maker buy model. This will be the buy side of the curve and then the sell side of the curve. Let's jump down on the 4 hour. So we can see there was a 4 hour fair value gap. Price tapped into this 4 hour fair value gap on Thursday, but just keep creating liquidity. And then this liquidity was taken out on Friday, tapped into the bearish fair value gap, and then there was a short trade there. However, if we check the 4 hour, there is no other levels apart from this, and on the daily as well. That's pretty much it. So what I can see is now Friday reacted off of this. After I took this trade, Friday reacted off of this 1 hour bearish inverse fair value gap, started again pushing lower, but it's keep failing to make a new lower low. So again, Monday London session, I won't be trading. Maybe New York session, but ideally I'd like to see is either some kind of Monday, boring Monday, and then start pushing lower on the Tuesday, take out some liquidity, but we don't actually know what levels are gonna be present here on Tuesday. So at the moment, I'm just gonna leave everything as it is. And remember, when Monday comes, come back here, check daily, 4 hour, 1 hour, fair value gaps, inverse fair value gaps, BPRs, and then try to trade off of those during London and New York session. That's it. That's all you need to do. We have a strong high here. This might still be protected on Monday, Tuesday. However, we're gonna see is the price will start pushing higher. Now we have a lot of liquidity in here. So what I want to see for longs is something like this. Equal lows taken out, break of structure, trade. Liquidity isolation, trade. Something like this, guys. In order to go longs, you need to be protected with your stops. You need stronger highs, stronger lows. You need protection from the market. Other than that, if it's not going to give us strong lows, I'm going to keep with my short bias, mark up my levels, and just keep trading it to the downside. And this is my weekly target. If that will be reached, I will again assess on the daily basis, see what price is showing me, where are the strong highs and the lows, where price wants to go. But once price reaches this low and probably taps into this level, I expect price to just start moving higher and higher and higher. But for that, again, I'm going to wait for the daily market structure shifts and strong lows to be formed in order to confirm that the daily is now bullish. That was it, guys. If you're interested in further breakdowns, if you want to see what I'm looking at on the daily basis, I will post screenshots, forecast almost every day on the community tab. So if you subscribe to my channel and keep an eye on those updates, you can just follow my thought process and how I trade. And I can promise you guys, this is easy stuff. Easy stuff. As long as you think it's easy, as long as you think you understand it, you will make it. Okay, peace, guys. Have a great week ahead. I'll talk to you very soon.